So, Season 3 of Strive just ended with a bang, honestly. And after such a great season, that got me wondering, how will they follow this up? So, I started to think, what characters would I personally want to come back to Strive? Not realistically, knowing a Season 4 is on the way, and who knows how many more seasons there will be after this one. Unlike my last character prediction video, I'll be including 4 characters instead of 6, since most of the characters I want to see in Strive are already in it, so these are like the one-off picks that I really wanted to see also. And so yeah, I'll be including the characters I like to see in the main roster, as well as some like honorable mentions to like spice things up. Wording ahead though, my main picks will be very deviating from the average Guilty Gear fan, let's say. So yeah, without further ado, let's start. Well, here we go. I was deciding between her and another character on which one should have this spot, and it turned into a likelihood of it being either a character I'd want for gameplay reasons, and the character that I just think it's cool. So I chose this cool character. Yep, I am that shallow, I'm sorry. Justice is definitely a character I like a lot, having a more weird busted moveset, which honestly makes her cool. And I mean, hey, it makes sense. She was originally a boss character, out of all things, so yeah. She's also just personally a character who I really like, with stuff like her design, like just going way too hard than maybe it should have, as well as her having a really complex lore, with all of that. But yeah, speaking of her lore, I have to bring that up since that's the only thing that's keeping Justice away from this roster. Since, I reread her lore to refresh my mind on this, and yeah, I forgot, she doesn't exist anymore since she's part of Jacko. So, her being in the same roster as Jacko would be kinda weird, I'll say that much. But I mean, hey, this is also the same franchise who had the same character twice, just from different eras, so yeah. So who knows, maybe she'll get added. On top of that, she technically did have a clone of herself before in Accent Core Plus R, one of those games. So she could be back in that way, who knows. I'm just praying she gets added, and out of all the characters that are meant to be weird gear woman, I definitely like her the most. So yeah, we'll see how they do with it. Anyways, going to the weirdest pick out of my list, this guy. For those who don't know who he is, Isuna was a character introduced in Guilty Gear 2 of all games, and played a big role in that game, being a relatively chill character, I guess you could say, and giving aid to Soul and Sin, aka some of the characters that didn't get robbed from Daisuke Shiwatari back in the 2000s. So yeah, my main want for him to be back is, well, just look at him. His design is pure gold, and I feel like, since his gameplay never evolved from an action-based game, I feel like, they could really innovate it on it for a 2D fighter. And I feel like him being a relatively obscure character brought into a more mainline game would definitely help him to get fleshed out more. And before you say, oh, he's an original character from Guilty Gear 2 Overture, who would remember to bring him back? In which I have to say, Kisuke's right there. So yeah, I'm praying he becomes one of those forgotten characters from a weird spin-off / weird entry that appear in the next mainline game, like Ava, But yeah, besides Overture, Vastage, and subtle mentions of his name in Xrd, this guy got nothing. So yeah, as the first self-proclaimed Isuna fan, he better be in this game, cause I just want him, man. I just want this goddamn furry looking motherfucker in this game. Is that so hard to ask? I hope it's not. My only guy that was an Xrd that I want truly back pick on my main list, that was my taste. Anyways, Raven was honestly always one of my favorite characters, just by how he was, well, utterly insane. I know he's somewhat important. I mean, he's connected to that man, and helps take care of Jacko and Xrd, so he's got stuff going on with him. He was originally playable in Overture, which until I researched this fucking video, I didn't know. But unlike Isuna, I don't care. since his X-art look and mannerism is all I want and care for him, and being in the game with, that man would only make sense. And with him being in the main credits, like many other future DLC, I have hopes he might come back and is honestly the character that I logistically think will come back the soonest out of my main list. So yeah, personally I tried to play him before, in Xrd. I personally think he's like an interesting concept, especially with his meter. So yeah, they could definitely innovate that in Strive. But yeah, I don't care, I'm not gonna be a nerd about gameplay now. Add this freak back to Guilty Gear, please, Daisuke, come on. Come on! Before getting into the first pick, of course, we got to intervene and talk about some honorable mentions, since I had more characters in mind, but as well as me not wanting them as much as the dumbasses that I mentioned prior, they're also like the characters that will likely get added more than my picks, which is sad to see, but like, if these characters get added in the next season, I will be happy to an extent. But yeah, let's get on with it before I yap too much more. Good Jam. Personally, I think she's just fine. She was actually going to be the one to like go higher on my list because her gameplay is the main thing I like about her. I never really cared for Jam, like story-wise or anything, but I mained her mostly in Accent Core, so I sort of want her back because I like Rekkas, and I think Rekkas are crazy fun. But yeah, I'm not really a Jam bro, but if she gets added, I'll be happy, at least gameplay-wise, I won't mind. Venom. Now, he's the opposite of Jam for me. I like him a lot story-wise, and I think he's an interesting character, especially with what they do with him, like, in the end of Xrd. Gameplay-wise, I rarely play Zoner, so he's only fine by me. I know he like started a bakery in Xrd, but I wonder if they add him to like Strive. I wonder what they'll do with him, since I don't know if he wants to be an assassin. So yeah, we'll have to see. Dizzy, again, not a character I adore a lot, but she's definitely grown on me over the time, so I wouldn't mind seeing her again. And I know that she is like popular, so hey, it seems about right that she gets added, It's Dizzy, only makes sense. The Kisuke family would be complete if she was added. So yeah, Zappa, he's a character like Alba and Bridget that skipped Xrd, and I feel like especially with the redesign he got, he could have had more room to come back. I mean, gameplay wise I sort of zone out when I'm playing as him, so hey, I'm fine with anything they did with him. He's fine, he's just alright. And finally, Leopoldon. Sure, just add him, Daisuke, why not? He has fans. Number 1, who could it be? Who could it be? I wonder. Well, if you're stupid and intelligent at the same time, you probably already know who it is. It's Robo-Ky. Robert Kyle, yeah, of course. I'm not pulling any pranks here or any jokes. I'm being 100% serious. I want Robo-Ky back. Whenever a character I want to be back, well, gets added in this game, like, fine, sure, I like the character, so, I'm not complaining, but is Robo-Ky next? He's unironically one of the funniest characters to play in Accent Core, and that's in the game with Slayer, by the way, so, yeah. As well as that, he managed to sacrifice himself and Xrd to kill Batman, and he's still alive. Sure, he's the head, but just make him a new body, sure, that wouldn't be too hard. But yeah, at the same time, I also don't care what they do with him, I just want this jokester back. Hell, they could even unite them with Venom, why not? Both these nerds could like join. Venom plays with fucking pull walls, he could be a pull wall, why not? I just want this guy back, like, gameplay wise, because, I just miss seeing his face. I'm missing Robo-Ky. He deserves a lot more, But yeah, do I have any other motivation for him being added besides him being the best character ever to grace this game? Who cares? I'll drop Kai the instant this guy comes out, so come on, Daisuke. Bring him back. If you can bring back to Strive this gothic nerd and whatever the hell ABBA is, then you can bring back Robo-Ky realistically. Now bring him back. Now! That was a lot of autism. Anyways, thanks for watching. it took me a bit to decide on what character should be in what tier, but I think I managed to organize it well, as well as proving my case as to why I want these guys in Strive. But if you enjoyed this and want Robo-Ky back in Strive, like and subscribe for good luck, I guess. Commenting also helps, so yeah. With all that, seriously, thank you for watching, it means a lot. So yeah, well, thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.